Hello and welcome to One Cool Thing, PCMag's daily show where we show you one cool thing which we are testing out here in the PCMag labs. I'm Sasha Segan, this is Tony Hoffman. If you are watching us live on Facebook, we are glad you are live. We are live too. And please ask questions, make comments. Social Pete will read them out of the comments box to us and we will have a discussion. If you are watching us later on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We have a new One Cool Thing every day. Now, our one cool thing today is I'm going to say something that's really weird. I'm going to say something unexpected. I'm going to say something that you may have never heard before, which is that this box prints videos. And so you think, huh? How can I print a video? And that is the interesting, innovative new function in the Lifeprint 2x3 Hyperphoto Printer. Before we get to how it prints videos, because we want to let the Facebook audience ramp up. Typically, people come in the first couple of minutes. Let's start talking about the Lifeprint 2x3 Hyperphoto Printer and what it does in terms of printing photos. Now, this is a lot like a bunch of other small photo printers that we've seen, right, Tony?
That is right. It prints exclusively 2x3 wallet-size prints, and you download an app for Lifeprint, and it allows you to print out the photos. For example, I'm going to launch a print now.
Great, great.
And it should take about 30 seconds for the print to complete.
Now, while it prints, I'll show off one of the existing prints. And now this uses a relatively common print and paper format called Zinc. How many Zinc printers are there out there right now? And can they all use the same paper packs?
There are maybe at least half a dozen Zinc printers. They all have separate paper packs. I'm not sure if they can print, but they as a rule they don't.
Huh. So even though this printer's paper and the HP Sprocket paper look the same, you can't put one into the other.
It's possible you could. We haven't actually tested that, so
okay.
That's something for us to consider. And
so now our print is coming out. And now the app works with both Android and iOS, right?
Yes.
Okay, so our print is coming out, and now this is not the greatest print quality, but it's about the same as we see on other Zinc printers, right?
That is absolutely correct. It's very typical of Zinc printers.
So what are the pros and cons of a Zinc print?
Well, it's pretty fast. It prints out in 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. It's very convenient, but for one thing, Zinc sticks to small format printers, mostly 2x3, but also slightly larger. Mm-hmm. They call it zero ink because the dye is actually embedded in the paper. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't have separate paper and ink.
Okay, so now looking at the way this printer works, we've got, now it charges with micro USB, but you're transmitting the photos wirelessly, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how much does the paper cost?
The paper costs, for a 50-sheet pack, it's about 50 cents per print.
Okay. Okay, so now we've been talking about the Lifeprint 2x3 Hyperphoto Printer for a few minutes now, but we have not gotten into really anything that's hyper about it other than me, and I'm always hyper, so that doesn't really differentiate this show. So let's talk about the unique feature here, which is the hyper of the Hyperphoto. What's going on?
Well, first of all, when you would sign up for Lifeprint, you connect to a social network.
And this is
their own proprietary one that has their own cloud, and basically you can communicate with other people on the network. You can invite your friends, assuming, of course, the big thing is that they need to have a Lifeprint printer.
So now, if you're the only person you know with a Lifeprint printer, what can you do?
Well, you can look at other photos which are are on their site. You can download them. You can look at the Hyperphoto links. You can print out your own printers independently. I mean, your photos independently of having to do anything with the network per se.
So now what's the video aspect here? How are we printing videos?
Well, this is a photo that the reviewer, who's in California, Bill Harrell, sent to me. The photo itself is not much to look at, I think you'll admit. But when you hold it up to the...
Here, let me do that for
when
you.
you hold the app up,
Yep.
Something amazing happens.
So I'm holding the app up and it says, making magic happen, 1 second please. And now, in an augmented reality way, this photo has become a little window into a 15-second video.
Yes. It's sort of like those photos in Harry Potter, the ones that actually the characters in the photos move around.
And so now, did this photo have to be captured with the Lifeprint app?
It had to be taken, and I'm not sure exactly the process, but it's pretty convenient. It can be pulled from a video. I mean, they're associated with videos. So,
Okay.
So Bill Harrell also took the video at the same time.
So it could be pulled from an existing video you have. It doesn't have to be taken especially in this as your camera.
That's correct. And the photo doesn't even have to have anything to do with the video.
Oh, whoa. So it could be a photo that opens up a totally different video, like almost like steganography.
Yes, yes.
Cool, cool. So now now you can tell that this is a video activated photo because it has this little logo in the corner?
That is correct.
Okay, and something about the logo is what associates them.
Yes.
Okay. So now if I were to want to send this photo video to someone else, what would they need to do to be able to view it?
Well, they would need to have a Lifeprint printer and an account with Lifeprint. And then you would friend them, and then you would send them the photo. They have to download the physical photo, of course, in order for them to be able to then view it through their Lifeprint app. And basically, this is just the camera app, the camera portion of the app.
So they need to view it through the app to see the video.
That is correct.
Okay, okay. Let's take some questions.
Can you recap pricing for anyone who's come in? And
The printer itself costs $129. The paper, it's for a 50. This is actually a 10 pack, but it's for I believe it's 50 cents for a 50 sheet per print for a 50 sheet pack.
And now how does that compare to other zinc printers on the market?
It's pretty standard. It's not particularly high or low. Maybe a little bit on the high side, but.
So you're not necessarily paying that much extra for this software ability to associate videos with your photos?
No.
Okay. So now, what do you think about the usability of all this? Like, do you think that this is easy to use? Do you think a lot of people are going to want to are gonna be able to go through the steps they need to look at the videos in their photos?
Some people are going to love it, particularly those who are both technologically inclined, although at a consumer level, and people who already have friends who have found this. For a lot of people, the extra functionality won't do anything for them. I mean, because you have to sign up with the network. You have to have friends who are sending you these video things that are of interest. I mean, so it's a little bit gimmicky. Some people will absolutely adore it, but other people, for other people, they might be better off just having a standard small format printer.
Yeah, and these are what the zinc prints look like. Just to recap, there's some banding, and maybe the colors aren't as saturated as they would be otherwise.
That is true. I find the prints a little bit murky. Not terrible, but but not great either.
But they're so easy and so convenient is the thing.
Yes.
I will say, as a little personal anecdote, I have had zinc printers in my life on and off for several years now, and they are tremendous fun at family events because you can take a photo and just on the spot print it out and hand it to members of your family who then take it with them and their keepsakes, and it really does a great job of physicalizing the virtual image lifestyle that we live in right now. Now, talking about instant photo printers, though, what is our current editor's choice in terms of I guess the instant photography or printing stuff from your smartphone category?
We don't have an editor's choice for the very small format, ultra portable, pocket-sized printers. The editor's choice for small format photo is the Canon Selfie CP1200, which is a little bit larger, and it has far more connection choices. And I believe it's a thermal dye based printer, and as a result, the print quality is a bit better than you'd find in this. But it isn't nearly as portable or as fun as this.
It's much higher quality, but you aren't going to throw it in your backpack when you're going to a kid's birthday party. Right.
No.
Let's take another question.
How long does the battery last, and are there other paper finishes available?
Well, it's a rechargeable battery, and it lasts, it takes about an hour to charge, and I believe it should last through about 15 prints.
Yeah, in my experience with a lot of these Zinc devices, and frankly, I think a lot of these Zinc devices are based on the same OEM template because they all look very similar. I generally get, I would say 20 to 30 prints before I kill the battery, but it's not a lot. You know, it definitely is one kid's birthday party worth, and then you plug it back in and charge it up.
One thing about the paper, it's very easy to change paper when you run out, because the printer actually physically
separates. It doesn't have that little door in the back.
Well,
that you put the paper back
it doesn't totally separate. There it is.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
That's different than some of the other ones.
The paper goes in here, and as I say, the ink is actually embedded in the paper, so you don't have messy ink to deal with, and it's highly convenient. I mean, there's nothing to it.
Okay. Another question out there.
Can you see two printed videos at the same time, like making a large synchronized video?
I don't believe you can. I believe you're limited to one at a time.
Another question out there.
With the video uploads, are they uploaded to the cloud? And if so, how secure is it and how private is it?
They are uploaded to the cloud. Lifeprint has its own network, which I believe is about as secure as a typical private network from a company like that.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is no more secure or private than any other small company's cloud. I think it's not particularly extraordinarily secure or private, but you have to log into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the videos exist only in the cloud. That's the thing. Basically, what's happening is when you're looking at this image, what's happening is your app is taking a look at this logo and then using it to jump to an associated hidden URL for the video, and then playing the video off the internet. So the video exists in the internet. The video doesn't actually exist in the print itself.
No.
Any more questions out there?
One thing you mentioned, family gatherings. I mean, say there's a party for some holiday. A great thing to do if you really want to get these out and about and have your friends is give these out as gifts. I mean, it's $120, but if you have a
for close
number
family members,
yes.
yeah.
So
Let's take another question.
Another logistical question. Is it a kind of QR code on the printed picture that tells the app which video to show?
It is not a QR code because a QR code refers to a specific kind of code. It is a proprietary printed code that, it's a proprietary printed code.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. QR is a certain arrangement of dots that is an industry standard. This is not an industry standard. This is Lifeprint standard. But it functions similarly to a QR code.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, if there are no other questions out there, then this is the Lifeprint 2x3 Hyperphoto Printer. It costs $129, similar to other Zinc printers. But of course, it has this other really cool feature in it where people who sign up for the Lifeprint social network and application can view photos as embedded videos through augmented reality in the application. We gave it 4 stars for that innovation and for that fun feature. We have so far not given any editor's choice for ultra small format printers because the print quality isn't that great, and it's a little awkward to use the app and have everybody sign up for a social network. Still cool and fun though.
Yes.
This has been the Lifeprint 2x3 Hyperphoto Printer on One Cool Thing. Thank you all for watching. If you are on Facebook, then please come back at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We will have another cool thing for you. If you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Consider coming over to Facebook at 10 a.m. Eastern on PCMag's Facebook page to participate in the discussion. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.